Crown Trick. I first saw this game on Steam about a year ago and wasn't exactly sure about it. Reviews were mostly positive, but there were people with some gripes, as there are. So I added it to my wishlist and moved on. This is definitely a case of, wow, I wish I tried this sooner. Where's this been all my life? Crown Trick is a fantastic, fast-paced, tactical roguelike. Yeah, roguelike. I know people don't really like that word anymore, but this one, ladies and laddies, is a goodie, I assure you. Here's a quick overdramatic trailer quote. If Enter the Gungeon was a tactics game, and even more. Or something like that. I'm not even a fan of tactics type games, but this is so much more fast-paced and fun, simple on the surface, but also has a good amount of depth. Sure, you can say it's very similar to the dungeon crawlers of old or the original roguelike itself, but I just think more people will understand or relate to the tactics comparison, as that genre has been making a resurgence lately. I really want to talk about what Crown Trick offers on the inside rather than the out, but to keep it brief, I really do enjoy the art style. Character and creature designs are cool yet cartoony and amazing to behold. Many things pop. Environments and effects look great too. The music is fitting and keeps me engaged. I am an absolute sucker for the use of an organ in any video game track, and Crown Trick targets that weakness of mine well. Ellie is a whimsical young girl, and her mysterious crown, half socially inept partner and half bodyguard, are the final hope of Ellie's people, who have all perished from the nightmare creatures who invade their world. You'll control them both through multiple levels, swinging swords and axes, shooting rifles and shotguns, or jabbing with spears and gauntlets, as well as a few more verbs and their corresponding weapons. So suffice to say, you'll be wiping the floors with dozens of different enemies that only act after the player does in quick-turned strategic combat. I can't stress enough how satisfying the combat in Crown Trick is, with its variety of weapons, items, and enemies, plus a couple more unique mechanics Crown Trick utilizes to add more layers.
Cheers, love, the cavalry's here.
Shut the f*** up, you're irrelevant.
The blink system allows the player to teleport to a different nearby square and is the only action in the game that doesn't count as a turn, which allows for galaxy brain feeling setups and combos as you dart and dance around enemies, avoiding attacks and getting the positional advantage. Then there's the break system. All enemies have a guard.
All enemies must be mentally broken down like the consumer cockroaches that... I mean...
Their guard can be broken to stun them, as well as give you another use of blink, as well as filling a decaying break combo meter, which increases your damage as it fills. The break system is very gratifying. It feels cool to pull off without taking a hit, and I like it very much. Finally, there's also the familiar system. It reminds me of a Mega Man if he didn't murder the bosses, but instead let them live inside his head, or a crystal. You know, maybe Ellie does just murder them, I'm not sure, but when you defeat mini-bosses for the first time, you gain access to 2 of their spells.
Woohoo, the murder stealed. I mean, the familiar system. There's almost
2 dozen to collect.
an exploit.
It's always a fun discovery to stumble into a new mini-boss and wonder what powers you'll be able to cast next. Love this system. Along with mini-bosses, there are of course the standard-sized bosses waiting for you at the end of each level, with unique attacks and strategies that are intriguing and sometimes engaging depending on your build to battle. You never know exactly which one you will square up with, as each floor hosts a couple. If this isn't your first rogue game rodeo, you'll appreciate the challenge rooms, secret rooms, special event rooms, etc. that break up the battles and can impact your character build. All things we come to expect with these types of games, but nonetheless executed well. Side note, I loved the first final boss battle. I liked the small player choice, and one of them was very novel, but both of them very intense.
You'll know what I mean if you get there.
There are lore bits to pick up throughout your runs, as well as a ragtag group to save and assemble, which on the gameplay side will allow you to grow stronger and better equipped through upgrades, while on the narrative side offer dialogue and character development when progress is made. Not gonna lie, it's heartwarming to see Ellie and the obnoxious closed-off crown get closer as you make strides. We'll just have to see if he's more trick or treat. Lastly, it just so happened that before rewriting this script, I achieved my first victory in Crown Trick, and I am overjoyed to confirm the game does not end there. More content and challenges are added, obstacles to overcome, and I just adore when developers do this. Awesome work, devs. This game is so much damn fun. This video is not sponsored by anyone because I'm an absolutely minute tiny channel. You can try Crown Trick on Xbox Game Pass right now, otherwise it is on sale for just $6 USD on Switch and PS4 for at least a couple days after this video goes live, so go grab it. Also on Steam. This has been Indie Drool, and I'm Kremlin, a crockpot of tiredness, existential anxiety, and social ineptitude. But video games are cool, and I'm gonna go play more Crown Trick now. Or maybe one of the other fire gems from my backlog. Hugs, subs, likes, and kisses are all appreciated. Bye now.